Whoa, 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 whoa. Why y'all so happy?
You don't know? Sharvette Mitchell is on the radio.
It's time to get motivated, excited, and influenced. Why? It's the Sharvette Mitchell Radio Show, live from Richmond, Virginia. And now, here to motivate, excite, and influence you, Sharvette Mitchell.
Well, hello, everyone, and welcome to the Sharvette Mitchell Radio Show, broadcasting from the capital city of Richmond, Virginia. But guess what? Heard all across the World Wide Web. Hey there, hey guys. Thank you so much for checking us out today on another phenomenal show. And guess what? Listen, both of my guests are from Richmond, Virginia. Isn't that awesome? You know, I'm usually talking to people from everywhere and all over, but I love it when I can have that hometown pride and support those that are right in my backyard. So let me tell you who we have lined up for today's show. Listen, hanging out in the virtual green room, I'm going to be bringing her up to the mic. She's enjoying a virtual smoothie and virtual salad while she's in there. We're going to be talking to Toni M. Winston. Oh, my goodness, she has a book out. My hair is fuzzy. My hair is cute. You're going to hear all about it. She is a health and fitness motivator. She's a natural hair stylist. She's a meeting and event planner. She's an organic gardener and a natural-born comedian. So with all of that, listen, I don't even know where we're going to start. We're just going to jump right on in. But I'm really excited to chat with Toni today. And then in our second segment, we'll be bringing up to the mic in the second segment Richmond's own Michelle Smith. Oh, my goodness. She is the co-owner of Before and After the Salon right down on Cary Street. Beautiful salon, parking, and all that good stuff. But she's here today to focus more on her new company called Skirts and Pumps. Yes. It has taken a life of its own. The mission of Skirts and Pumps is to inspire, encourage, and to be an example for women to mentally think like a lady at all times, so that all of her actions would be that of a lady. Listen, she has T-shirts, she has glasses, she has jackets, and all that kind of stuff. And you're going to get to hear really just how this movement, it has turned into a movement and has just taken off on a life of its own. So, before we start, hey to those that are hanging out on the phone lines, we see you. Thank you so much. Those that are coming in from Twitter, those that are coming in from Facebook, from Instagram, from Sharvette.com, and, of course, all of our broadcast stations, we say hello. And I know you follow me on Twitter, twitter.com/Sharvette. Let's connect on Facebook, facebook.com/Sharvette. Just hit the follow button. All right, so let's go ahead and get our first guest again up to the mic. This young lady wears so many hats, but she is one of those that is just bubbly and all of that. And her new book out, which is beautifully illustrated, My Hair is Fuzzy, My Hair is Cute, tells us all that no matter the length, shape, or texture of your hair, it's your hair, and that's what makes it great. So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome up to the mic right now, Toni M. Winston. Hey, Toni.
Hi. Hi, everyone.
Hey, how are you?
I'm good.
Well, listen, after reading your bio, I'm, tired. Where do you have the energy to do all of the things that you do?
Well, it's a juggling act, and I have a really good support system here in the area with friends and family. And I guess sometimes when you're doing things that you're interested in, you don't really worry about the time. I'm not going to say that I don't have any days when I'm like, oh, my gosh, I'm so tired. But, hey, it's all required. Got to get it done. Got to worry about your health, your fitness. Got to look good. Got to make sure your hair is done. Check off that bucket list on things that you want to accomplish in life. So just trying to make it happen.
I can relate to that. I can relate. All right, so let's talk about your natural hair journey. Did you have an epiphany? Did something happen? Did your scalp change? What put you on this natural hair journey?
Well, I'll be honest. I had always wanted to, not always, but it was a point where I wanted to know what my hair was going to look like natural. And my stylist was like, girl, you got a lot of hair. We're not going to do that. And then I saw someone in the salon. I'm like, well, you're doing her hair. She was like, you don't have as much hair. She doesn't have as much hair as you do. And I went to my god sister's wedding, Jakari, and she's natural. And there was a girl from school that I went to school with who was there to do her hair. And she was like, I'm a natural stylist and I'm mobile. And I thought, let me give this a try. And It was really so I was trying to get my time back because she was mobile. She was able to come to me. I was interested, but I never wanted to, like, big chop, team natural. I just wanted my hair. I wanted it to be straight with no chemical, just to see what it would do. And after a while, she moved, and I had to learn to style on my own, and I became a member of Team Natural with all the twist outs and the blowouts. So I can't say that I had, like, an aha moment or some, I'm going to do this, I'm going to get rid of the chemicals. It was just more so, let's see what's going to happen, you know. If I don't like it, I can always perm it. If I do, I can keep it. And, you know, I've kept it so far.
All right, you haven't looked back. And how important has YouTube been in giving you ideas for styles and all that kind of stuff?
YouTube is my friend. It's real funny. I just did some hair the other day for my daughter. I did some kinky twists for a girl, and I was like, I learned this on YouTube. And she said, I thought you went to cosmetology school. I said, I did, but I'm always YouTubing, always looking for what's the next technique. You know, what people are doing, what's easier, what's faster. So I rely on a lot of YouTube. But I try to follow people who seem pretty knowledgeable or have a really big following. And, you know, YouTube is like where it's at right now.
All right, get on it. Check it out. So talk about how this book, your new book, and your beautiful daughter, how all of this ties into the natural hair journey and all of that.
Well, many of you know my daughter, Skylar. She wishes she was here today. But we have her where she's in an environment where there are not a lot of kids that look like her. And it's not because that's what we desire. We just try to put her in an environment where we feel like she would get the best education. And part of some of our choices have caused her to be where not many people look like her. So a lot of times she would say when she was younger, my hair is so fuzzy, my hair is this, my hair is that, I want my hair like this. And she didn't really have a love for her hair. And one day we were talking about it, and I was in a doctor's appointment, and she just happened to be with me, and she was like, my hair is fuzzy. I was like, but your hair is cute. And from that, I just started jotting some things down on my BlackBerry. And I know this seems like a long time ago, but I still have the BlackBerry.
You know what? BlackBerry is still the most widely used phone in the world. So U.S., we're on Apple, but, the world's still on BlackBerry.
Yeah, I have a BlackBerry and I have an Apple phone, but I just started jotting some things down in my BlackBerry, and it was starting to rhyme, and it was like a little poem, and I kept saying that I'm going to write a children's book. And I just wanted her to understand that what she had was hers. Don't envy what someone else has, and to appreciate it, you know, and it's a really positive thing. And it's really funny that today I was telling someone about I just cut my hair recently, and I'm like, I don't know how I really feel about my hair. I said, but I really need to embrace the title of the book. I said, I need to say this to myself. My hair is fuzzy, my hair is cute. And she said, yeah, don't be a hypocrite. And I thought about it, and it wasn't that I didn't like that my hair was, the texture of my hair. It was just, what do I do with it? It's a learning experience. And I think as long as we learn to utilize what we have and to embrace it and make it our own, that's what it's going to be about. And I want to pass that on to my daughter and let her know that it may not look like the person next to you, but it's yours, and you're fabulous.
What a tribute, what a legacy for your daughter, to put all of this energy and effort in, and then it's going to help so many other daughters. Listen, Toni, I jumped over to Amazon. This is reality radio. I jumped over to Amazon to see some of the reviews, and there is a review. Shanti, my daughter loved this book. My daughter loved reading this book. On page 1, she immediately giggled. As she flipped the pages, she said, her hair is like mine. What a wonderful affirmation of the beauty within every fuzzy-haired little girl. How did you feel when you heard that, when you read that?
I was like, oh, my gosh, somebody really appreciates what I put out. And I was really grateful for Shantae for putting that out there. And I was just grateful to hear that the kids can relate, because it's for the children, and we want to teach our children young. It just meant a lot to me, and I get a lot of feedback on Facebook and a lot of pictures of kids with their books. So it's just really, it inspires me to do more and to put more out there, because I'm working on another project called Caroline's Hair, and it just helps me realize that there's an audience for this, and it's uplifting and encouraging our little girls. And even ourselves, like I said, I had myself today. My hair's fuzzy, my hair's cute.
Absolutely. And you know what? I can see this really like as an overall like confidence movement, you know, no matter what your texture, because there could be somebody with straight silky hair and they don't like their hair because they want curls, but their hair is naturally straight. You know, it cuts across.
Right, that's the basis of Caroline's hair. That's going to be coming soon. And one of the passages in the book says, you know, how I've been admiring Caroline's hair. But it's Caroline's hair that Caroline hates. She loves my froze. She loves my bows. She loves my twist. So you're right. It's all about confidence and self-esteem, accepting what you have.
Wonderful. How can listeners follow you on social media?
Well, I am Miss Toni Moni, MSTONIMONI, and that is my Instagram, Periscope, and Twitter name. Of course, you can search me under Toni Winston, but my blog is followthepinksquirrel.com. So that's how you can get in touch with me. I post a lot, not too much, but enough. And, you know, my Follow the Pink Squirrel, that just has me posting all kinds of things. So you're not going to just get from me fitness or hair or food. You know, it'll be a hodgepodge of stuff, whatever's going on that day. I try to keep it interesting. But it's really just about me. I'm hoping to help somebody else.
Wonderful. And listeners, I have posts, I have tweeted, I have Instagram, I have Facebook, Toni, so I know if you're following me and connect with me on all of those platforms, those are easy connection points. Also, if you go to Sharvette.com, the blog post there for Toni Winston, you can click an Amazon link and go straight in by the book, and also a link directly to the blog. So let's jump into the blog because, listen, I knew that it was Pink Squirrel. And so I went into Google and I typed in pink squirrel. And do you know what came up?
What? A drink or something?
Yeah, it's a drink. It's a drink. And I wonder does she know, alcoholic drink. I wonder if she knows that there's a drink by this name. But then I easily found you. But I thought that was so funny because I had never heard of pink squirrel. So I was like, oh, this is something I'll be able to go right to her page because no one has thought of this. So how did you come up with that name?
Well, like you said, I wear a lot of hats. And one day, a photographer friend of mine, we were sitting down with a couple preparing for their wedding. And one of the questions she asked them was to describe yourself as an animal and a color. And she asked me, and I said, well, I'm going to go with pink. I think pink is cute. You know, pink can be real soft and fuzzy, but pink can be hot and fiery. And I think, you know, I can be on the whole color range with pink. And a squirrel, because a lot of times you see a squirrel, and a squirrel feel like it's running about up the tree, around the corner, gathering nuts, just all over. And a squirrel just looks like they're all over the place. And I just feel like with all of my interests and things that I'm working on and doing, that I can probably come across as a little squirrely. But I think for me, I realized that a squirrel has a goal. The squirrel is out there trying to gather nuts and trying to store up for survival. And I don't want to just survive. I want to thrive. But I just feel like I have a goal. I'm doing all these different things, but there's an end to a means, and I'm just trying to get to that end result. So I'm a pink squirrel. I'm fuzzy and cute. And I do
I love that. I love
Thank
that.
you.
I love that.
Thank you.
Yes. I love that you had that whole story with it. Again, listeners, follow thepinksquirrel.com. Follow thepinksquirrel.com. Will take you right to Toni's blog. Hey, if you just tuned in, welcome. You're checking out the Sharvette Mitchell Radio Show, broadcasting in the capital city of Richmond, Virginia, but heard all across the World Wide Web. We appreciate all of you that are listening in, checking us out here. Listen, our goal is to motivate, excite, and influence, and we know that our guests today and every show do just that. So, Toni, let's talk about health and wellness and fitness. You are a strong proponent. You are a definite motivator, meal prep and different snacks and all of that. And so we should remind the listeners that you actually were on the Dr. Oz show a little while ago. You want to chat about that?
Sure, I was on the Dr. Oz show, and it was an interesting time, but I'm grateful for that. Back in 2009, myself and two of my friends were chosen amongst lots of Richmond moms to be on the show. This was the first year of the show. We didn't really know what we were getting into, but we went and we stepped on that truth tube and we learned our truth. We talked about our weight, we talked about our waist, and one of the biggest things for me, being one of the smaller contestants, although heavy, was my blood pressure. So we went on this 90-day journey where we were flown to New York with hotel accommodations. It was really great, but we had to come back and live the lifestyle. And, when I first went, I thought, they're gonna send me to the show, we're going to record, come home, it's going to be a ticker tape parade with a trainer. And all it really was, it was a book. They were like, follow this book, check in every day. Follow this book, check in every day. And it was just a means of accountability. So they gave me the tool that I needed, which was the book, You on a Diet by Dr. Oz and Dr. Roizen. And it gave me a coach. And my first coach was Dr. Rowe from Everything Rowe. And we just basically eliminated a lot of things from our diet, a lot of whites, and we just ate what you hear a lot of people saying they're eating, lean meat, vegetables, fruit, whole grains, whole wheat. And I was on the show, and I started out as an 18W, as my husband would call it, an 18 wide. I'm like, it's women's, baby, not wide.
Don't let nobody hear him say that.
Yeah, he screamed it in the Macy's one day. I was like, hold up, dude. But by the end of
I'm sorry, that's funny.
18 wide. No, I'm not crazy. It's women. And don't be so loud. Right. I started with the 18 women, and at the end of the 90 days, I was down to a regular 14. And I still needed some Spanx. Every girl needs a good pair of Spanx, but it was just good to see that the scale went down from about 210 pounds to about 184, just following the plan. And I started off with just walking initially. I actually started off real hesitant, like, what am I going to do? Then I started walking, counting my steps, getting 10,000 every day. And I amped it up a little bit with some Zumba twice a week. And now I've progressed to doing some personal training sessions. I was like, I'm not doing any weightlifting, but I actually enjoy those when I can get to those. And I just try to keep it interesting, too. I try to change up my exercise and things like that. So the Dr. Oz show was a really good push for me. And we were also bloggers. We blogged for about a year, and some of the articles can still be found there under Toni Winston. So that kind of put me on this, hey, let me help, let me motivate, let me coach. And from Dr. Oz, we went on to form a movement called You Gal with one of my girlfriends, Stacey Rodriguez. And we did that for a couple years. Now I'm out here kind of solo. And part of my motivation is really just some accountability. Because, if people don't know what you're doing, you're not held accountable. So I know that I can easily slip back into the candy eating, donut eating. And I'm not saying that there's something wrong with that. It just depends on what your goal is. But I was just like hiding lemon heads in my glove box, eating 3-4 donuts between the Krispy Kreme and the Anthem, so
yeah.
I need to be accountable. Wow. So that's where all this comes from.
And you have been consistent, and actually all three of the ladies from Richmond have maintained and either smaller than the appearance on Dr. R's, even all those years ago. So So accountability, you said, was very strong. Meal prep, you do a lot because you're on Periscope, and you've got YouTube channel and all of that, and you do a lot of meal prepping. First of all, define what that is for a listener who may not know that term, and then how has that helped you?
Meal prep basically is preparing your food ahead of time in advance of when you need it, be it for a week, a couple of days, be it all your meals, some of your meals. It's just preparing ahead of time. And how it has helped me, basically, like you said, Sharvette, I got a lot going on. So when you have a lot going on, it's easy to grab the easy thing. It's easy to go through the McDonald's drive-through. It's easy to snack on the chips because you just want to be held over. But with the meal prep, for me, it's all available for me. So a lot of days I try to prepare my breakfast, lunch, and dinner a lot of weeks on Sunday so that it's a no-brainer. It's easier to stay on track. It's easier to make the right decision. I'm not saying there are days I'm like, I just don't want this food in my lunchbox. But I've learned that sometimes I can't prep the same thing all week. I may need to switch it up. I can't have the same salad all week. I might need to change my protein. I may need to change my dressing. But it just helps me stay prepared and accountable. And there's some days that I don't prep dinner as much. In the beginning I did because I feel like we buy smart choices. But the things that I really need are first thing in the morning and when I'm not in the house. So it's just a method for me to be prepared at all times.
And one thing I have definitely learned from you as far as watching your blog and watching you on social media are the jar salads, the salads in the mason jars. Listeners, if you haven't heard about these or seen these, Toni, walk us through how you would prepare like one of your standard jar salads.
Well, I have 2 go-to salads, and you can do whatever you want. And just remember that it's only as healthy as what you put in it. But we all know the mason jar craze is going on right now. But one good thing about mason jars, if you remember, your grandmother would use them for preserving things. So they're airtight containers, so they're good for keeping your food fresh. So one of the salads that I really like is my chicken avocado tomato salad. And sometimes I switch it up with turkey or with shrimp. And I basically layer it with my dressing. You put all your wet stuff on the bottom, well, dressing-wise. But then against your dressing, you're going to want something with a firm skin. So I'll do tomato. And then I'll cut up like a half an avocado. I'll put in so much chicken. And then you put your greens on the top because you don't want your greens to be wet. My other salad that I like to do, I had today, is my dressing with an apple. I cut a whole apple and chop it. Then I add chicken and I add raisins and walnuts and my greens. So those are my 2 go-to because they're easy and they're quick. I don't have a lot of time, so I kind of like to do things from memory. But I can go the whole week with that same food that I prepared on Sunday, and it's ready to eat. Today I added kale to mine, and I did a blog post on that. And basically I was like, to kill or not to kill? That is the question. I opened it up, and I was like, oh, kale has an odor. My salad was still fresh, and it still tastes good, but I'm one who doesn't do well with, like, smells. So I don't think I'll do kale.
Right.
I don't think I'll do kale again for, like, the week, but I'm going to eat those other 2 salads I made for the rest of the week with the kale in it. But spinach holds up really well. Romaine holds up really well. Of course, you want to avoid iceberg because there's no nutritional value. But my jar salads, I love being able to just grab it out the refrigerator, and I can just drop it in my purse and go to work, grab a bowl, dump it, and it's ready to eat.
Ready to eat. There you go. And so, again, listeners, you can go to followthepinksquirrel.com, followthepinksquirrel.com, and the first blog post that's hanging out right there is the salad from today with the yellow raisins. Listen, listeners, I'm looking at the picture right now. I'm like, this looks good, and the granny apple. So you can jump over there if you're listening and you're like, I was trying to write that down. No problem. We got you. Just jump over to followthepinksquirrel.com. Oh, wow. Okay, so Periscope. Let's talk about Periscope, which listeners, if you don't know about Periscope, it is a new social networking site. It's an app you download on your phone. It allows you to stream live from your phone, have a little chat box. People that are watching you from all over the world can chat with you and give you hearts. So you have jumped on that, and how has that been for you, just sharing health tips and all that kind of stuff?
I love Periscope. I love it, one, for the information that I gain from others, and I love it for, like, the real-timeness of it. It's not that I for some things there is some prep to it, but it's like, I'm just going to start talking. And if nobody's listening, somebody might listen later. I don't have to try to edit any videos or anything, so I just really like it. I'm going to be honest. I like being able to share. I like the real-time sharing. I have a lovely co-host. You'll see her. But I really like, in all honesty, what I'm able to gain from other people in terms of just knowledge. But I do like the real-timeness of it. If it's a thought, if it's something I want to share, I don't feel like I need to be camera-ready, although I try to stay cute. I don't have to be camera-ready. I don't have to be at the right location. I try to give me some good lighting, but Periscope has been really useful for getting out to people that I don't even know. With it being a new app, a lot of people are just saying, who's out here, what's going on, what are people doing. So I really love Periscope.
Wonderful. How can listeners follow you on Periscope?
Miss Toni Moni.
All right, Miss Toni Moni, there you go. Okay, so let's recap for our listeners. Certainly we want them to pick up the book. We want them to pick up My Hair is Fuzzy, My Hair is Cute. Tell them where all the places they can get a hold of it.
You can get it on Amazon.com. If you're local to the area, you can get a signed copy from me. Just reach out to me. You can email me at MissToniMoni@gmail.com, and we can connect. Or you can just hit me up on any of my social media channels. I do respond. But right now we're really selling on Amazon.com. And if you're in the Richmond area, I will gladly get you a signed copy. I actually am planning an event at the Tuckahoe Library on October the 24th between 2 and 4. So come out there and see me. But that's how you can reach me. Feel free to reach out, and I will respond.
Wonderful. And the goal of my show is to motivate, excite, and influence. And we want to know what continues to motivate you.
I would say others and what's going on around me. And I would say people like you, Sharvette, seeing how you've taken what you're working on and you're running with it. So I would say people inspire me. They inspire me to do great. My family and my daughter, they inspire me because I want the best for all of us. So just what's going on around me, what's going on in the world. I know the world is a wicked place, but I try to take the positive and the great things and be a part of that.
Well, I think you have done just that. Listeners, put your hands together. Toni M. Winston. All right. Thank you so much for stopping by, Toni. I'm going to let you go. I know you got plenty of things to do.
Thanks, Sharvette. I actually got to go and make these 12,000 steps. I'll talk to you later.
All righty. Thank you. All right, listeners, listen, don't move. We are gearing up for our second segment, starting right after this quick commercial break. Listen, my guest is hanging out in the virtual green room, enjoying some virtual snacks. Michelle Smith is joining us. Listen, you're going to hear all about skirts and pumps. It's a mentality. I'm telling you, before and after the salon, don't move. Richmond, Virginia, we love you guys. Thanks for those hanging out on the phone lines. We see you. We're going to be right back after this quick commercial break.
It's the Sharvette Mitchell Radio Show. Sharvette will be back after this.
Hello, we are 123jobzone.com, an online job search portal. We are user-friendly, and if you're searching for a job, with us, it's easy as 1, 2, 3. Step 1, go to www.123jobzone.com and register as a job seeker. Step 2, once registered, upload your resumes. Step 3, get connected with employers looking for people like you who are ready and willing to work. Don't forget to follow 123 Job Zone on Twitter and Facebook to find out more about our upcoming job fairs. What are you waiting for? Stop by 123jobzone.com today. Good luck with your job search.
Spiritual Food for Thought, 31 inspirational quotes to jumpstart your day by LaTanya Boyd, consists of inspirational messages that offer daily words of empowerment, promote spiritual growth and development in the Lord Jesus Christ for your day-to-day living. Spiritual Food for Thought, 31 inspirational quotes to jumpstart your day. Available now on Kindle, ebook, and paperback. Log on to www.latboyd.com.
Does your church or ministry have a website? Are you a local artist or author that has an established web presence? If you answered no to any of these questions, you're letting countless opportunities pass you by. Hi, I'm Sharvette Mitchell. Mitchell Productions was created with your needs in mind. We will provide you with stylish and economical online marketing solutions. From email marketing to your own website, Mitchell Productions caters to ministries, nonprofits, small businesses, and special events. Check check out our portfolio at Mitchell-Productions.com. In today's world, a website is not a luxury, it's a necessity. And Mitchell Productions can create your website in a stylish manner at a very economical price. Don't let business, customers, or new congregation members pass you by. Visit Mitchell Productions today at www.mitchell-productions.com. Let us showcase your organization to the world.
She's here to motivate, excite, and influence you. She's Sharvette Mitchell. It's the Sharvette Mitchell Radio Show with in-depth interviews from today's leading authors, gospel artists, stars that you want to know about. And now, Sharvette Mitchell.
All right, welcome back again. Thank you so much for checking us out here on the Sharvette Mitchell Radio Show, broadcasting from the capital city of Richmond, Virginia, but heard all across the World Wide Web. Hey, make sure you're following me on Twitter, twitter.com/Sharvette, and let's connect on Periscope. It's just Sharvette on Periscope, and facebook.com. Sharvette, just hit the follow button. All right, so we're moving right on into our second segment. Again, my guest is hanging out in the virtual studio, and I'm bringing her up to the mic. Oh my goodness, many years, much history, many connections here in the city. Michelle Smith, oh my goodness. Over a small business owner, over 12 years, almost 30 years overall, a professional experience as a hairstylist, and that beauty and health and wealth and all of that. And listen, she's got something new. It has become a movement, skirts and pumps, hashtag skirts and pumps. If you've been online in Richmond, you have seen something, I know, come across your Facebook or your Twitter about it, and we're here to let you get the inside scoop. So I'm going up to the mic right now, and I'm bringing Michelle on. Hello, Michelle. Welcome to the show.
Hi, Sharvette. How are you?
I'm doing great. How are you doing today?
Awesome. I'm doing fine.
Yes. Oh my goodness. So let's jump right on in. So years of hairstyling under your belt. I think I called it. I said almost 30, right?
Yes, actually, it's 2 months ago. It was 30, because that bio was done like 3 years ago, going on the third year. So yes, it's actually 30 years of doing hair. Yes, ma'am.
And you still love it?
I love it. Oh my God, yes, I do. I love it. I never could picture myself doing nothing else, and I think God just threw something else different into playing for me, and that's how Skirts and Pumps is just. he threw something else different into playing for me. So yes, I still love doing hair. Yep.
Wow. So we definitely want to give a big shout out to all of your clients and everyone before and after the salon, and co-owner Alicia. Hey, big shout out.
Hey, buddy. Yes.
Now, have you ever felt like when you had clients sit down that you almost transform into a psychologist or a psychiatrist? People just kind of dump all of everything they're going through to you?
I do, and I didn't realize I have been ministering to clients for years. I really just call they tell me stuff, and I just try to give some kind of advice. You know, you try to give some kind of positive advice because you want them to leave your chair happy, no matter what it is.
Absolutely.
If you're pleasing them with their hair, or if you're pleasing them with a conversation, or if you make their day. So, yes, I find myself being a psychiatrist.
Wow. So let's talk about skirts and pumps. So first of all, how do you, if someone sees, hashtag skirts and pumps and they reach out to you, how do you describe it?
Well, when I describe skirts and pumps as a movement with a mission to inspire women to mentally think like a lady. So I constantly say, walk with me.
Yeah.
And I hashtag God is awesome and growth and greatness. I truly believe Skirts and Pumps is a vision that God has for me.
Yeah, and so you even have like this awesome story about how you even the logo came about, and then the shoe. Talk a little bit about that.
Yes. Actually, Skirts and Pumps was a title for a book. It was a title for a book that I thought I was going to write, and I sat on it for 7 years. And I actually
I was in church one day, and it just came to me. It's like Pastor was talking like Charlie Brown, and it's just like the Lord just came to me and was like, I need you to bring Skirts to Pumps to life on a T-shirt. So that's how the T-shirt came. The book was out of here. The T-shirt, I didn't want to do the T-shirt, and I hope this don't sound crazy. I thought it was beneath me because I had been doing hair for 30 years, so who hustles T-shirts? And I actually went home and my husband and my daughter, and I vented and I cried. I was like, I don't want to do a T-shirt. He made me use the red heel. The red heel has a meaning. Red is not a color of mine. And they was like, don't do the T-shirt. But it was heavy on me, so I did one T-shirt, Sharvette. I was obedient, and I did the T-shirt, something I didn't want to do. And I realized after I did that T-shirt, it wasn't about the T-shirt. It was about the message.
Yeah,
the message on the
T-shirt. Absolutely. And how isn't it crazy how women have just connected with what you thought was a T-shirt, but like you said, it's a movement, it's a message.
It's a movement, and it's a movement that I had no desire to do. So that's why it's so powerful. And Skirts and Pumps truly has a story. It has a story not just for me. Skirts and Pumps is for all women. The mission I'm on is not about me. It's about me just helping to inspire women to think like a lady, because at some point we need to grow within ourselves to be a lady. We all are women, but we all are not ladies. It's a big difference.
And do you think the younger ladies, younger women are not getting that message, or media has made the message different and they're not acting like ladies? Yeah,
that's correct. They're not getting the message, but I think the media has a lot to play with it. But I'm gonna go a little deeper with you, and I truly think it's us, it's the moms, it's the grandmoms, it's a godmom, it's an aunt, it's a cousin, it's things that we see in other people that we may like or we may think that is okay, and I believe we wasn't taught, the average person wasn't taught to be a lady, mentally, not physical, not dressing, and it's a inner character. And it's a mindset that I truly believe that women need to change. If we change our mindset, then, we can help ourselves, which will help the younger siblings behind us. It can be your sister or your brother. It can be a niece or a nephew. You know what I'm saying? It's not just females. It can help males, too, because they can see how they should treat a lady. So I think it trickles down from the older women in our lives.
Yeah, we're all accountable. We are each other, our sisters keeper.
I think because we watch other people. We don't just watch our moms. You know what I'm saying? We watch other women as well. So I mean, we learn certain things, and I just truly believe if we practice what we preach. And I think kids listen with their eyes and not their ears. So if they see us do the proper things that we should do as women / ladies, then they will follow. I truly believe that, and I think that I keep saying the word women is people just get kind of lost because some people think a woman is a lady, and I can assure you that a woman is not a lady. A woman is just is somebody that knows basic common sense, good from bad, right from wrong. So a woman is responsible, just the basic morals. We pay our bills, we take care of the kids. We do womanly acts, we bear kids. We have our children. And I think that came from when we were growing up and we get our menstrual, our moms normally say, welcome to womanhood. And welcome to womanhood, and we get all the things that comes to apply to our life as a woman. But the average mom, and I'm not speaking for, I don't want my listeners to get offended. I'm not speaking for all moms. I'm just the average mom. They do the right things. They take care of home. They take care of the kids. You love them. You don't want to say that they didn't teach them, but we are not taught mentally, and that's what they don't teach us. They teach us the outside things. They don't teach us the inner characters of a lady.
Wow.
And the characters of a lady is knowing yourself inside and out.
Very true. Skirts and pumps. Oh, my goodness, listeners, you're listening to Michelle Smith right here on the Sharvette Mitchell Radio Show. So the very first T-shirt you did, the logo, so the pump is on the actual shoe. The heel only is red. The heel only is red, so that's like a signature part of your logo. And you did a basic kind of like a screen print shirt, right?
I did,
and then you put that on social media.
Shirt. Yes, ma'am. And it went wildflower. It went crazy. I really was overwhelmed. I was like, oh, so it is the message. I just couldn't grab that many women. I know what I was led to do. I know what the vision was, right. But I had no idea that many women was agreeing with me. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm inboxes. Yes. I mean, my inboxes, my texts, all kind of messages. People stop by the salon just to give me a hug or tell me thank you. Thank you. You inspire me. I wake up in the morning to see what you wrote on Facebook. I go to bed to see what you write before I go to bed. I mean, people. I mean, it's so overwhelming that many women are touched behind skirts and pumps.
My goodness. And so then you just kept adding T-shirts. You just kept adding, and it's more than T-shirts. Tell the listeners all the stuff that you have available.
I have
the categories.
Yeah, and I was like, oh, Michelle, you're getting too big, Michelle. You're getting too big. What are you doing? But whatever is laid on my heart, I do. So, I have a shirt for little girls and this lady in training. So I sell, those are from 6 months up. So, I mean, even your little lady can have a shirt. I have your never too young to be a lady. And that's for like the preteens. They finding themselves and letting them know. And loving and developing yourself is lady, and the lady stands for loving and developing yourself. So once you know who you are within, then you can call yourself a lady. Know your worth. A lot of women don't know their worth. That's something that we struggle with as women as a whole. Right, we don't know our worth. So I have a inspiring shirt, Know Your Worth. I just launched 2 new shirts, and it's an NFL line. So I have Real Ladies Love and whatever your favorite team is, and I am a Cowboys fan. So I have Real Ladies Love Cowboys.
Over here.
Word up.
Yes.
Yeah, I love it. Oh, I'm a die-hard for life, actually. So I launched the NFL line, and right now that's going crazy. Like, everybody is on the shirts. So my mission is to inspire women worldwide. I don't want to just stay here in Richmond. I have been shipping all over. So I have a mission to this. I don't care how I can attract the women, and even if it's about the NFL shirt.
Right.
I got you. So if you got that shirt, then you'll want to follow me. You'll want to join the movement, and you'll want to see what else I have to offer. It is not about my product. It's about getting the mission. I can't even get the word out. It's about getting the message for the mission. Yes, it's about getting the message for the mission. So if you get the message, you'll want to join me on the mission, and it's a walk. It's a walk that I want many women to follow. And I actually have a Skirts and Pumps Support Pink. So for the month of October, where I'm actually selling the shirts now, so I have Skirts and Pumps Support Pink, and for breast cancer awareness. And that's really doing big. Yes, it's touching so many women. Yes, ma'am.
Wow. And so, listeners, you can go to skirtsandpumps.com. Very simple, skirtsandpumps.com, and you can see the selections there. And so you have a really awesome, the bridal line is so you certainly, you are family-oriented, love your husband. You have the happy wife, happy life. Yes.
Yes.
So tell them about the happy wife, happy life.
Well, the Happy Wife, Happy Life T-shirt was actually the first T-shirt I did, because I did Happy Wife, Happy Life with your husband's last name. And my last name is Smith, which I am so proud of. But I did that shirt because I have women sit in my chair, And I listen to women other stylists here, and some people are not really proud of they got married and they're not really proud of their last name. So my target was to be proud. If you marry your husband, if you love your husband, be proud of his last name. So my goal was to incite people to just like, okay, yeah, I like my last name Smith, or I like my last name Brown. So my goal was to just to get you to see the big picture. You married him for a reason, so be proud of it. That's the goal.
And so this is awesome because it's customized. So listeners, you can so if you say, well, she probably don't have my last name. No.
I got anybody's last name.
Customized. Exactly.
Yes,
and it has this has the rhinestone beading on it, right?
Yes. Anything that's bling. I'm a real girl. I love rhinestone. So, we ladies and we like the little girly stuff, so we still I like anything that's bling. So and I really think bling is catchy. People look like, oh. So and they'll see that last name real quick, because I actually, since I love the last name, that's my whole goal. I made it bold, so it's in all caps. Your last name is in all caps. Yes, ma'am. Yep.
And then the bridal line. Talk about the bridal line.
Where the bridal line is, because when you have bridal showers and I just want to separate. I just really wanted to separate myself and separate the women that's going to join the movement. So I feel like if you want to have future, so that's another way of being proud of what you're about to be called. You're about to be future Mrs. I'll just say Ruffin, because I just did. That was the last shirts I did. Was Ruffin. And hey, Rashida, if you're listening, but I just did her shirts, and she was so happy. I mean, she thanked me, and she thanked me. And I actually sent her out, and her girls got the shirt, and they were just so happy. They wore the shirt practically the whole week before the wedding, so it meant something. She was looking forward to being future Mrs. Ruffin, and her bridesmaids and matron honor. She got hostess. They were happy to be a part of the wedding. So that's the whole goal, is for everybody to feel like they as one, part of the wedding.
And I love it because because the bride's T-shirt says "Future Miss Ruffin" and then the date of the wedding, and then the bridesmaids it says bridesmaid, and then it's like Team Michelle or Team whoever.
Right. So whatever the bride's first name is, that's Team. So whatever the bride's first name, she only carries the last name. Yes. So that was just the goal for something different to give my ladies that's joining the movement. Anybody that joined the movement, they will be able to see that I'm on a path to help everybody. And I don't want to use the word help. I really stick with the word inspire, because that's what I feel I'm doing. I'm inspiring women to just think out the box on different levels, as far as being in a relationship, being married, dealing with your kids, dealing with a friend. So skirts and pumps mentality is a mindset in all categories. So I really believe if you see that lady that you see walking down the street with skirts and pumps on, you assume she's a lady. You don't say that's a woman. You say that's a nice looking lady. So I took the vision of the lady with the skirt and pump on, and I planted it in my head. And I first got that mindset from my husband. I wasn't taught to be a lady by my mom and dad, which my mom and dad loved me. I wanted for nothing. They took care of me. But, they took care of the household, but mentally they didn't teach me to be a lady. And I got that mindset from my husband. He actually changed my mindset, not knowing he was changing my mindset. He didn't just come on and, Michelle, you need to do this or do. He actually would say things that actually made me think, and I didn't think he knew what he was talking about because he was a man. But one day, Sharvette, I decided to apply what my husband was saying. I just tried it, and guess what?
Wow,
it worked.
It worked.
So the whole time I thought he was trying to tell me what to do. I was like, oh, I ain't doing that. He's trying to tell me what to do. My mindset wasn't right. I'm just keeping it so real. My mindset, and that's a lot of women. We constantly think that our mates trying to tell us what to do. What I realized was my husband knew what he wanted in a wife. Point blank, period. He knew what he wanted in a wife, so he was telling me things that he thought I should change to be a better person. So I feel he knew that I had the qualities and the potentials of a good woman. I was just rough around the edges. Yeah, I was just rough around the edges. And I can honestly say he cleaned me up, not knowing he was doing it. He cleaned me up, and I can say that I am truly proud of the woman that I am today. I am truly proud because I know I'm a full woman inside, and I'm the lady inside and out. I handle my responsibilities, but I try to challenge everything with the mindset of a lady. So if I do that, then all of my stuff would flow, ladylike. But I do believe, and I'm going to stand up for the women that feel like they have to put on pants. I do believe we should wear the skirts and pumps. But every now and then we need to slip our pants on. We need to let the men wear the pants and let them hold it down. Let them wear the pants. But we do need to put our pants on every now and then when necessary.
All right. When necessary. There you go. Now, and
when
what
necessary.
I love is that you do have one shirt. You do have a shirt for men, and it says pray, produce, provide, protect. It's a man's 4 Ps. Yes, and that actually came about from my husband. It's something he says all the time. And I actually, one day, I said, babe, what's those 4 Ps you used to say all the time? And he didn't even think about it. He was like, what, pray, produce, provide, protect? I said, yeah, that's a T-shirt. And he's like, I want my 10%. He's like, I want my 10%. Yes, that's how the T-shirt, because it's something he says and it's something he values and it's something he feels that, without just saying a real man, a man should do. Right.
Those are the 4 Ps that a man should apply, to protect their family, to carry themselves as a man, as a whole man. Yeah, so I put it on a T-shirt, and I actually, while I'm on the phone doing our nice segment, I just got tagged into a nice famous person have the shirt on. Yes, on Facebook. Yes, they is on the Chris Brown tour. Yes, ma'am. It just came across my pad while I'm talking to you.
My goodness. Yes. So tell listeners how they can connect with you on Facebook.
Yes, they can connect with me on Facebook. It's Michelle Smith, Skirts and Pumps. Before it pops up sometimes before and after the salon, and sometimes it come up Skirts and Pumps because I have 2 on Facebook. So it's Michelle Smith before and after the salon, or Michelle Smith Skirts and Pumps. It's a mentality.
All right. Wonderful, wonderful. And so all orders need to go through skirtsandpumps.com.
Please, I appreciate that. I get texts and stuff. I'm like, please go to the website. Yes, because the website is more efficient for me to, to get the orders out properly.
And we certainly want to give a shout-out and a shameless plug. This is a Mitchell Productions web design client. So, woohoo, big shout-out there. Wonderful.
Can I give one more shout out real quick?
Yes,
if you don't mind. I want to give a shout out to my pastor, Demetria Bradley, and I want to give a shout out. This came on me just now when I said something about the T-shirt. I was honored, blessed, and showed some favor. Pastor wore one of the T-shirts doing sermon last week. During our service, he preached in one of the T-shirts, and I have been blessed behind that. So I just want to give a shout-out and just tell Pastor Borelli at Mounds and Blessing Christian Center that I am overwhelmed and I'm very thankful.
Wonderful. And you all have a conference coming up this weekend, right?
Yes, we have the 18th and the 19th. It's Friday at 7 o'clock and it's 9 o'clock on Saturday. Pastor Nicole Bradley will be speaking, and Dr. Dee Freeman will be speaking from, she's from D.C. Yes, they will be speaking on Friday and Saturday, and I will be vending. Skirts and Pumps will be vending at those both those days.
And listen,
so, all ladies can come out and pick up.
Yeah, listen, Michelle, I just went to Mountain of Blessings Facebook page, Mountain of Blessings Christian Center's Facebook page. And the video that's at the top of the page shows Pastor in one of your T-shirts. So
awesome.
it's I just went to the page, so you can get to their page, facebook.com/MOBCCVA. It's MOB, but if you just put in Mountain of Blessings Christian Center, the video starts playing, and he has on your shirt there. So if they're in Richmond, they can come get some shirts this weekend.
They can come. Yes, I'll be right there. I have shirts on hand Friday and Saturday. I have Pastor actually just blessed me. They're doing a men's conference, so that's why I just said I was blessed. He just blessed me, and I got a message saying that I will be providing men's shirts for all the men in the conference.
Oh my God, that's a blessing.
They want the men that's going to the conference in Maryland. So they want the men from our church that's going to Maryland to have on skirts and pumps men's T-shirt, which is pray, produce, provide, protect. Yes, so that is
wonderful.
So overwhelming for me.
Yes. Well, I'm telling you what, Michelle, you certainly know that God's hand has guided this because it was something you didn't want to do. You thought you were going another direction with the book. It wasn't something you had mapped out, but it literally, soon as you did that one shirt and put it out, and the amazing thing is at the time when you put out the first shirt, you didn't have a website, but people started asking you. The market demanded you. You were like, I got to get a website because people asking for the website, people asking to put in orders. So I think that's
I didn't want it. I was like, no, I don't want to do it. Yes. I was like, no, this is not happening. I was only trying to just help a few women. My goal was just to, just help a few women, get this. Let's see where this goes. I had no idea where skirts and pumps was going. I still have no idea where it's going now, but I truly believe I am walking by faith, and wherever God has skirts and pumps to go, I want to go.
Absolutely, absolutely. And big shout out to Dee Dee Renee. Yes. We know the Richmond area loves her, and she's been a strong supporter of skirts and pumps, so shout out to her.
She is the biggest supporter, yes. Hey, friend, I hope you're listening. Yes, she is a huge supporter. Yes, she has really one of the main ones that has opened some doors, or some big doors for skirts and pumps.
Yeah, wonderful. Nothing like favor. So my last question for you.
It's nothing like favor, yes.
It's nothing, you can't explain favor away.
I can promise you, Dee Dee Renee, when she called, I didn't ask her to do that. When she called me, and told me that God led her to do something for me. And guess what? Skirts and pumps wasn't even thought of.
Wow.
Yeah, she told me that. Yes, she did, and that's how and when it happened, she seen it. So she's like, "Oh, this is what it is. Oh my God, I love it." Yeah, she went absolutely crazy. I love it. So she's doing something that God's leading her to do. So let's all follow him.
Absolutely. And it's all connected. That's how we all of this is just all connected.
Divine intervention, yes.
Yes. So listeners, again, stop by skirtsandpumps.com and check it out. Connect. Let them know how to connect with you on Twitter and on Instagram.
On Twitter is at Lola Mark Jacobs. You can connect with me at Lola Mark Jacobs, Michelle Smith. Instagram is Skirts and Pumps. It's a Mentality, and Facebook is Michelle Smith. It's a Mentality or Michelle Smith before and after the salon. And I have my website. My website is www.skirtsandpumps.com.
All right, there you go. And I have tagged in all of those places, so those are easy connection points. My last question for you before we wrap up is the goal of my show is to motivate, excite, and influence. What continues to motivate you?
What continues to motivate me is knowing that I'm doing the right thing. I know I'm doing God's work now, and that motivates me because I am helping other people. I love to give back. I have that kind of heart that I want to give back. I love to see people smile. So, and I love to feel like I made a difference. So I would say giving back to people and knowing that I'm doing the right thing is what motivates me. It keeps me going.
Well said. Any final shout-outs you want to give?
Well, anybody that's listening, I just want to thank you, and I appreciate the support that I'm getting from Richmond. I am overwhelmed with the amount of people that is walking with me. I really am. So I want to thank my husband. I hope you're listening, babe. Let the world know I love Mr. Smith. You know I ain't gonna leave that out, Sharvette.
That's right.
I'm not gonna leave that out. And my kids, I love my kids. I'm very family oriented. Family is first. And I truly believe the family that prays together stays together. So we put God first, and the rest, we follow. We look out for each other. Yeah, right behind that.
All right, that's what matters.
Yeah.
Great. Well, thank you so much. I appreciate your time, and thank you for stopping by the show. Oh, you're welcome.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate it. It was an honor.
Oh, you are welcome. All right, listeners, that's going to be a wrap for today's show. I'm telling you what, all the way to the end, both guests were awesome. If you know anyone that needed to hear this, send them to Sharvette.com. That's the easy way to listen to the replay and all of that. And so we thank you so much for stopping by. We're going to bring you more dynamic shows next week. We'll see you later. Bye.
Live from Richmond, Virginia, you have been listening to the Sharvette Mitchell Radio Show. Connect with her at Sharvette.com. And until next week, stay motivated, excited, and influenced. The Sharvette Mitchell Radio Show. Signing off.